For this exercise of GPO processing, we're going to jump into our Windows 8 box to process local GPOs. You could either right mouse click on the start charm and hit run, or press the start charm and type in gp edit.msc. Now inside of the local group policy manager, let's navigate to user configuration, administrative templates, start menu and taskbar. Scroll down to select prevent changes to taskbar and settings, right mouse click, edit, select enabled, and OK. Let's jump into our domain controller, plab DC01. We're going to create group policy for the domain site and organizational unit. From Server Manager, click on Tools, then Group Policy Management. Let's expand to practicelabs.com forest, then Domains. Right mouse click on practicelabs.com and select create a GPO on this domain and link it here. We'll call this one Practice Labs Domain Policy. And hit enter or OK. Expand Practice Labs. Right mouse click on Practice Labs Domain Policy and select edit. And Group Policy Management Editor, let's go to Computer Configurations, Policies, Windows Settings, Security, and Account Policies. Click on Password Policy, and we're going to change a few settings. So password history, we'll set that to 12 and hit enter or OK. Maximum password age, we put the check mark on define this policy. We'll set ours to 30 and hit OK. Our minimum password age, we're going to set it to 0. Let's go ahead and do that now. Minimum password length, we'll set it to 7 characters. Password must meet complexity requirements. Let's enable that. And store password using reversible encryption, we want to make sure that's disabled. Let's exit out of the editor. And keep in mind that a domain could only have one active password policy. So let's jump into the default domain policy. Let's edit it. And we're going to navigate back over to the password policies. And we're going to clear out all of these policies. I'm just removing the check mark here. Okay. Let's exit out of the Group Policy Management Editor. And we're back in Group Policy Management. Select Sites and right mouse click. Select Show Sites. Select Default First Site Name and click OK. Right mouse click on the Group Policy Objects node and choose New. And we'll call this new object Site. Remove all items on desktop and click OK. to the Sites node, click on Default First Site Name, right mouse click it, select Link an existing GPO, select Site Remove All Items on Desktop, click OK. Expand Default First Site Name, right mouse click on Site Remove All Items on Desktop, choose Edit. Let's go to User Configuration, Policies, Administrative Templates, Desktop. Let's jump into the right side on the Details pane. Right mouse click on Hide and Disable All Items on Desktop, Edit, Enable, and OK. Let's close out of the Group Policy Editor. Back in Group Policy Management, right click on the Engineering OU and select Create a GPO in this domain and link it. We'll call this one OU Prohibit Access to Control Panel, and click OK. Expand the Engineering OU, right mouse click on Prohibit Access to Control Panel, select Edit, User Configuration, Policies, Administrative Templates, Control Panel. On the right Details pane, right mouse click on Prohibit Access to Control Panel and PC Settings, select Edit, click on Enabled, and OK. Exit out of Group Policy Management Editor. Verify Group Policy application. We're going to do this from our Windows 8 box and log in as one of our typical users. Let's right mouse click on the taskbar and choose Properties. Okay, so Windows says there's a restriction on accessing properties. Perfect, the group policy is working. Let's click OK. Notice the desktop does not have any shortcut menus or recycle bin. Notice if I right mouse click on it, nothing's coming up. Well, it's hard for you to notice if my right mouse clicks, but you understand, I'm sure. Let's go through the File Explorer and type Control to see if we could access the Control Panel. Okay, perfect. We're getting the same restriction. So we're still in PLAB DC inside of Group Policy Management. We're going to modify a GPO inheritance inside of the Engineering OU. So let's select it, right mouse click on Engineering, and select Block Inheritance. Notice a blue icon appears in the Engineering OU. Let's jump back into our Windows 8 box. Open a command prompt. Enter the following command here. That is GP result Z users Elizabeth R SOP2 TXT. Hit enter. Scroll down to Applied Group Policy Objects. Notice that the site GPO is not listed. Let's show our desktop. Let's right mouse click on the desktop. Okay, the shortcuts are still not listed. Let's go back to the command prompt and do a gp update /force. Alright, so the posse's updated. We should have shortcuts now. And indeed we do. So keep in mind, GPOs are processed in order of local computer, site, domain, and organizational unit. Back on the PLAB DC box, right mouse click on Engineering OU and uncheck Block Inheritance. Right mouse click practicelabs.com and select Active Directory Users and Computers, ADUCT. Expand practicelabs.com. Right mouse click on Users and select New Group. We'll call this one Audio Conference Group and hit OK. Click on Users, find Audio Conference Group, right mouse click and choose Properties. Click on the Members tab, click Add, and we'll add Lisa Jan. Two of our users have been added, Jan Regis and Lisa Wybridge. Click OK. Go ahead and close ADUCT. Keep in mind that Jan Regis and Lisa Wybridge are members of different OUs. By using filtering, this will allow us to group them in the same objects. Let's go back to the Engineering OU. Right mouse click on OU Prohibit Access to Control Panel and delete it. The reason that we removed this was because our user Jan Regis is located inside the engineering organizational unit. Right mouse click on practicelabs.com, select Create a GPO in this domain and link it here. We'll call this one No Screensaver. Right mouse click on the No Screensaver GPO and select Edit. Navigate to User Configuration, Policies, Administrative Templates, Control Panel, and Personalization. Right mouse click on Enable Screensaver, select Edit, select Disabled, then click OK. Close out of the editor. Select No Screensaver link. Then go to Security Filtering. Under Authenticated Users, remove. Click on Add. Type in audio. You supposed to hit check names, but I usually just hit enter. And there you have it. It adds my audio group. Let's jump into our Windows 8 box to test. Let's update our group policy. Let's right mouse click on the taskbar. As you can see, we have a menu. Click the Start Charm. Start typing Control Panel. select it, control panel opens up. Click on Appearance and Personalization. You can see the menus are working. Select Change Screensaver. And notice that the screensaver controls are actually disabled. We're back in our domain controller right now in Group Policy Management. Let's right mouse click on WMI filters and select New. We'll name this one Windows 8. And describe it as WMI filter for Windows 7 devices. Click Add. And enter the query in the query box. In this case, it's going to be select from Win32 operating system, where version is like 6.1 or version like 6.2. Click OK. OK. And save. Click on WMI filters to locate our Windows 8 WMI filter. Select practicelabs.com, right mouse click, select create a GPO on this domain and link it here. We'll call this one WMI test and click OK. Select WMI test, then go down to WMI filtering, and in the drop down we should find our Windows 8 WMI. Let's go back to WMI test, right mouse click it, select edit. In computer configurations, go to policies, administrative templates, Windows components, and finally home group. Right mouse click on prevent the computer from joining a home group, select edit, enabled, and OK. Close group policy. Let's jump back into Server Manager. Click on Tools and select Active Directory Users and Computers. Right mouse click on the practicelabs.com domain. Select New, Organizational Unit. We'll call this one Kiosk. Hit OK. Select the computer's container. Select PLABDM Win 810, right mouse click. Select Move. Select the Kiosk OU. Click OK. Click the Kiosk OU. Our Win 10 computer is here now. Let's jump into our Win 10 box, and let's go ahead and restart it actually. Let's jump back into PLABDC while the Win 10 box is restarting. Let's go back into Group Policy Management. Go down to Sites, default first site name, and right mouse click on Site, remove all items on desktop, and select Delete. I don't see the Kiosk OU here. I'll simply just refresh GPM, and the Kiosk OU is here. Let's right mouse click the Kiosk OU, select create a GPO on this domain and link it here. We'll call this one Loopback Processing simply. Select Kiosk, right mouse click on Loopback Processing, select Edit. Computer configuration, policies, administrative templates, system, and click on Group Policy. Look for Configure User Group Policy Loopback Processing Mode. Right mouse click it and select Edit, Enabled, and click OK. Let's X out of this. Back in Group Policy Management, right click on Engineering, choose Link in Existing GPO, and select GPO. Let's select OU Prohibit Access to Control Panel and click OK. Let's open up PowerShell and do a GP update force from here. Let's jump back into our Windows 8 box. I actually have to log out of this because I logged in as administrator by mistake. We're going to sign back in as Jan Regis. Let's click on Start, type in Control Panel. It should have ran. Let's go to a command prompt, do a GP update from here. And let's try to open Control Panel again. And there we have it. We're back in our PLAB DC domain controller, looking at Group Policy Management. Let's right mouse click on the Marketing OU and select Create a GPO and link it here. We'll name this one VPN Slow Link and click OK. Select the Marketing OU, right mouse click on VPN Slow Link, select Edit. Inside of Group Policy Management Editor, we're going to go to Computer Configurations, Policies, Administrative Templates, System, and select Group Policy. Scroll down to Configure Group Policy Slow Link. Select it, right mouse click, select Edit, click on Enable, then OK. Next, find Configure Wireless Processing, right mouse click on it, select Edit, Enable, then select Allow Processing across a slow network connection, then click OK. Next, find Configure Registry Policy Processing, right mouse click on it, select Edit, Enabled. Actually, we're going to cancel out of this one because we don't need it. And there you have it. Be sure to share, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.